welcome to our channel. I'm Erin.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Phil. I can introduce myself, thank you.
Phil is our, probably going to be a recurring guest star. He is Lauren's husband. So we do a book club together every month, and this month we read
Addamsville!
Now Entering Addamsville by
Fancesca, I got this. Fancesca Zappia, or Zappia.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, you got that.
Pretty
So
much.
this is probably going to be, well, it's definitely going to be spoiler filled, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch the rest of this video. So let's start with what we all rated it. I rated it 3 stars.
I gave it 2 stars.
3 for me.
So, our main character in this book, her name is Zora. And Zora has the ability to see ghosts. And she... How is that important? How does that play into the rest of the book?
Well, she can see everybody can see the fire starters.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's what I was about to say. And I was like, wait.
Well, she could see where the ghosts were pointing.
Yeah, because she could see the ghosts, her sister could hear the ghosts, and Artemis could, like, feel the ghosts, right?
Yeah, she sensed them.
No one could smell where the ghosts were.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
They probably don't smell good. They're
Probably
dead.
But anyway, so what I gather that this book is about is Zora, or sometimes I called her Zelda, and I was like, wait, this ain't Hyrule. But Zora is like an 18-year-old girl, right? She's like 18.
Yeah, because it was mentioned multiple times in the book. It's no longer juvie for you.
Right. So she's an 18-year-old that has this power to see ghosts. And a couple years before, she got involved with a fire starter, which is basically a demon in this book. Lost some fingers and whatnot. But people thought that she was the one that caused these fires that caused a bunch of havoc and for Addamsville to be on the news. And so she feels like she's been treated like an outcast, a dirtbag, I guess.
Oh, and her dad.
Oh, yeah.
Her dad, like, stole money. Well, he tricked everyone into investing in some sort of scheme, and then he ended up, it wasn't real, and he got all of their money, and now he's in jail. And her mom, everyone, she was kind of the town weirdo, and she went off into the woods one day and never came back.
Going straight into my thoughts, if that's okay.
Do it.
That's
Right.
what we're here for.
So the first thing that kind of popped up for me was like, there were so many choices that she made that I felt like, why would you make that choice? You know, for example, let's go ahead and like, they didn't like throw eggs at someone, right? No, they went to the person's house that got burnt down that she was blamed for, the janitor's house.
Oh, Mazrel.
Mazrel. And then she, they went there to kind of see what was going on, even though like her dad or someone, not her dad.
Her sister.
Her sister told her not to go. She went anyway. And, she saw the ghost of the old janitor and he told her some stuff about the plot. But then the sheriff or someone was like, hey, what are you doing here? Something happened to like say that, oh, she did it or she made a scene or something like that. I feel like that would have been a good time to like tell the adults what's going on. Oh, by the way, you all know that my mom can see ghosts and that my aunt can also like do some ghost things. It's not a secret. How about I just tell you the truth? This is what I'm seeing and let me actually help you out in your investigation rather than be like, oh, they don't understand.
Well, but I think, A, would they have believed her? And B, as an 18-year-old, kind of have that feeling of, oh, adults just don't understand me.
So maybe that's
true.
realistic.
However, at the end of the book, they did all believe her, so
They did.
There's that to
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, and it turned out the sheriff, she...
like knew the whole time.
Yeah. So I don't know why she didn't say anything to her.
Yeah,
Like-
that was kind of weird.
That was... It was all very convenient, the way that the sheriff was like, oh yeah, by the way, all these things happened to me, and so I kind of know these things.
Thanks for telling me that earlier on in the book.
Tell you in the last like 50 pages.
Yeah, I felt like the action was pretty well written though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she did a good job. I kind of, when they were like getting the Chevelle back and they could see, like the fires being started on the other side of town. I kind of wish that this book was set in like the perspective of a fire starter or something. I think that would have been way more
Ooh.
interesting.
That would have been cool.
Because it was cool that they just like started fires and then like it was interesting to me.
That was their thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think, and kind of leading to that point too, like, what would happen if we read a sequel that had more perspective from Bach, more perspective from some of the fire starters, even if they're good or bad or whatever. I kind of got lost in, you know, who was good and who was bad.
I kind of think that was the point.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it would be cool to learn more about their perspective, and I think that this book is definitely set up to have a sequel. There were a lot of
It kind of seemed that way, but
Yeah.
it's
The ending?
It was supposed to be a standalone, I thought, though.
So if
Interesting.
so, then that would disappoint me because there were so many questions that I wanted answered in this book that was they kind of led into some of these mysteries. What did happen to her mom? You know, they went to that one house, right? Forrester's house.
Oh, yeah.
I finished listening to this like a month ago.
Yeah.
I finished it like an hour ago.
Yeah. So
Oh, Aaron and I were the holdups there.
yeah, so I finished this like, you know, in 10 days throughout the month, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna forget everything before we actually.
Yeah, but
talk
you did
about
it as an audiobook.
Yeah, at like 1.5 speed, so I got through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
But anyway, like they went to that house and they found some like pictures and stuff about her mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, now I'm interested because I like backstory. I like to know what led, you know, why did her mom just, you know, vanish? You know,
Right.
it's like Stranger Things, and this book like talks about, oh, this is Stranger Things mixed with Buffy the Vampire. I don't know anything about Buffy the Vampire, but I know about Stranger Things.
No mountains in Indiana.
But anyway, to finish my thought, oh yeah, that's true. It's like, oh, there's a mountain there. Yeah, the one
loved
mount.
that. I thought that was so good.
Oh wait, it's actually 200 feet tall. Oh,
Loved
okay.
it.
But to finish my thought, I thought that if this truly is a standalone book, there was a missed opportunity to kind of dive it deeper into her mom's backstory.
That to me was the real story of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This
Like-
book probably could have easily been like 200 pages longer
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and not felt like super draggy.
No.
There were a couple parts that maybe could be taken out, but I didn't ever feel like it dragged. It just maybe wasn't super engaging for me.
Yeah. And there were times when I was kind of like, so what is the plot? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what the point of the book was. But, and so that's kind of what made it disappointing is that the point of the book kind of felt like, oh, this girl's mom is missing. She has these things that she needs to do. Nobody believes her. Nobody's going to help her. And so I guess I was kind of expecting the mystery of what happened to her mom to take the forefront and then for her mom to come back and kind of teach her more about her role as someone who could see ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen.
I thought the plot was basically she was trying to stop this fire starter, so it was just like a good versus evil type of thing.
But why do they start fires?
Right.
It's very
What's the point?
odd. What are they?
But what did you guys? Let me start that again. What did you like about this book?
Why didn't I think of that before?
Right? Why have we been trying to squish into this the whole time? And all we had to do was push it back.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Oh, okay, sorry. What was your question?
What parts of this book did you guys like?
The end.
Yeah.
I liked the end.
Yeah. I thought the ending was
Grimm's,
good.
He's like looking out the window and he's like, "There's no mountains in Indiana."
Except
it's like,
that
bam!
one.
Oh, and okay, I'm backtracking a little bit because for me, it was a solid like 3-star book, but there were too many things left open, especially if this is going to be a standalone book. So to kill a fire starter, you have to like cut off their head, if I remember right.
Yep.
And then you have to find where the fire starters came into the world, and you have to take their head back there and throw their head back into that. But then the other thing that they left open regarding that is that there was like 3 fire starters that kept coming back, and they had like a mother.
I didn't
And-
understand the mother, because the mother, Hildegard,
Oh, that's right.
that was Sam Forrester's mother too, right?
So
Sounds
I
like-
think it was Forrester, Bach, and then Ludwig.
Well, Forrester, he wasn't a fire starter. was
Okay,
he?
that's what I thought the whole book. Because I thought that he was just like... Somehow he had this power over Bach.
Because I thought his mother,
Yeah.
like, was...
It sounded like he just kind of worked for Ludwig or something, but I don't know.
Who,
I missed a
Bach?
lot of things in the listen.
Yeah, no, nobody worked for Ludwig.
No.
Anyway, I didn't like that they were trying to find Hildegard's entrance, and it was, I can't remember why, but it seemed like a really big deal that they should find it, but then that also was never resolved. Like, I felt like
No,
she
they
should...
found the entrance.
For Hildegard?
That's what the mountain was.
Oh, that's what's implied.
Yeah, but it's not like...
She didn't come out and say it,
No, but it's...
right?
But it seemed like it was a bigger deal than what it ended up being than like a random last line of the book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So basically, yeah, this book has a lot of potential. As far as the story is concerned, I think it has a lot of potential in a future installment. But as of now, yeah, I thought it was. I gave it 3 stars because it was a fun read. It was easily accessible. I could kind of understand what was going on. It was fun to kind of play the part of a teenager trying to solve a mystery and be someone that's like chopping heads off but trying to go to school at the same time, I guess. I don't know. Oh, here's another question for you guys. Did you guys... I guess this was our October read. Was it at all scary to you guys? Like, was it a
No.
horror? Was it suspenseful?
No.
I wouldn't even say it was suspenseful.
The only time that I kind of got, like, the chills a little bit was when she was at Masrel's house and he, like, pointed
Oh,
the
yeah.
way the fire started.
And
that
that
was
was, like,
really, like...
Page 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right at the beginning.
that's true.
And when they were describing the ghosts, because all the ghosts, at least this was the impression I was under, they all, like, their eyes have all been blacked out.
If they were killed by the fire starter.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Mhm.
And so when they were describing Masrel, that was...
Yeah.
He was kind of creepy.
He was.
But, like, I didn't lose any sleep.
No.
I thought that I gave 3 stars basically because it has potential.
I would read a sequel.
If a sequel
Yeah.
came out, I probably would up my stars for this one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But for now,
I would lower mine. I love an ending with, like, that... To me, it had the perfect amount of loose ends.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. The mom thing was too loose for me.
Yeah, I was probably going to be 2 stars until they were like, there's no mountains in Indiana. And I was like, whoa! Because that to me kind of wrapped it up.
We had like the exact opposite reactions there. It was like, yeah, this is a pretty solid 3-star book. And then got to the end, I was like, 2-star.
Does anybody else want to add anything?
Nope.
Our book club book that we're reading this month is The Warded Man by Peter V. Brett, if anybody would like to read it too. So we will gather again, hopefully earlier in December than we did this month.
Yeah, finish the book, Aaron.
I had it done by the time we were going to finish this video.
Comment below your thoughts on this book if you read it.
Yeah, I'd really be interested to hear anybody else's thoughts. I haven't really heard a whole lot about it.
I haven't either.
It was pretty hyped when it was going to come out. But thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Bye!
Bye.